Hello and welcome to Currency Call. I'm Manisha Gupta. Let's start with the euro, which has bounced back from its one-month lows versus both the dollar and the Japanese yen after the European Central Bank bought the Italian and Spanish bonds. The euro had declined to its weakest since early October in the Asian trade. Rising bond yields have been putting a lot of pressure on the equity markets, sparking a sell-off in the single currency. The euro on your screens holding just about 1.3435 actually. It had touched a low of 1.3440 in the intraday markets today. The dollar index on the other hand continues to run up thanks to its safe haven status. The index is trading just around 78 right now. The Asian currencies continue to trade down though, and under the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, South Korean won, Malaysian ringgit, all of them have seen a crack today. The Indian rupee though has regained some of its early losses after the slight recovery in the euro. The rupee on your screens holding around 50.72. Remember, we have done a low of around 50.96 on our own single currency. The Indian rupee has depreciated to 32-month low versus the dollar. The finance minister Pranab Mukherjee today said the Reserve Bank is monitoring the situation and will intervene in the forex markets as and when necessary.
You know, we are watching this situation. Governor RBI has already mentioned that he is watching this situation as and when it is necessary.
Well, that's the kind of statements we have been hearing from the RBI governor, and the finance minister also now says that they are watching the situation. Let's also get in Abhishek Goenka. He is CEO India Forex Advisors and he joins us in Mumbai studios. Abhishek, hi, welcome to this show. First of all, of course, the rupee has been declining, but how are you reading all these statements coming in from RBI and finance ministry?
I think the current situation is so tough that RBI have to come up with these kind of statements. The government have to come up with these kind of statements to actually unwind some of the positions which the market is taking towards 51 or 52. I think, but the fact remains the same. I think the kind of reserve situation that we have is not so comfortable that RBI can actually come and intervene and start selling dollars in the market. So I don't think that there's going to be an active intervention by the RBI per se in the market. Yes, intraday volatility, they might curb in 20-30 paisa, but overall I think overall intervention like we have seen in Swissy or in Japanese yen or in various other currencies, I don't think it's possible in case of India as of now.
Abhishek, the rupee has declined from near 43.80 kind of levels to nearly 51 in the markets today. I mean, that kind of a slide has been quite a strong one. Is there any level to your mind that you think government would want to come out and defend?
Any levels at this point of time, 50, 51, 52 or 53, these levels anyways are hurting both exporters and importers in both the ways, Right now, if you see the situation, I don't think there is specific level per se, Even the companies are bleeding at 51. Even if it goes to 53, probably there'll be some more NPS for the banks and there's some more MTM losses in the company's books. But I don't think that it's particular level per se which is going to be suicidal. Obviously, the levels from 50 onwards is suicidal now. And the problem right now is that, for the importers specifically, the problem is that the premiums have also gone up. If you see that the premiums for 1 year has gone to 1 rupees 80 paisa, 90 paisa. Earlier, even if they want to hedge, let's say 50, they have to pay a short-term premium of say for 1.5 months, it's around 50 paisa. So, they actually are not able to hedge in this market. So I think the situation is getting very, very tough for both the exporters and the importers in the market. And I think it is going to be like this for the next 2-3 months, 52, 53 possible on the cards.
The cues, of course, are coming in from what's happening in Eurozone. Now the latest one is France, where the markets are feeling a contagion fear going on to that economy. How do you read that situation?
Manish, if you remember in the show earlier, we talked about the French banks and the various Italian banks and all this in trouble. Now, more than $3.2 trillion is the money that they have invested in the emerging markets, and India is a part of it. Around 1.2 trillion is in the Eastern European countries and the rest in Brazil, India, China and all this. Now the concern is now when they have been asked that they need to increase the equity and increase the capitalization ratio, so either they get the fresh equity or they curb on the lending. Now, getting fresh equity right now is very, very difficult, so they might have to curb the lending. And they curb the lending, then the situation is definitely going to be worse for the emerging markets with the money, which as and when we are not getting any money as of now. We are actually having scarcity of billions of dollars. So if that lending stops, recently if you have seen the RBI has taken this new step where they have increased the bias credit rate to 350 basis point and also the export credit rate to 350 basis point so that banks can lend more easily. But I don't think that situation is not going to be so comfortable, and they are going to curb lending, and the situation is going to be worse, I think.
Abhishek, most of the market really is working with levels like 51 to 52, even that much before this year ends. So if we were to look into that scenario, where do you see the other currencies going? Because euro markets are expecting to depreciate. Dollar index is someplace where money is flowing. What kind of ranges are you working with?
If we talk about history, what happened earlier, people might talk about that, in 2008 it was a knee-jerk reaction and the markets were volatile and it just went to our heavy. Now this time, we personally have been feeling for the last 6 months that it's a kind of a slow poison which is going in the market. We are not going to see knee-jerk reactions because all the institutions, rating agencies, the government, they all are very cautious. So they are letting it blow, but in a very, very slow and phased manner. So I personally feel if we have seen a depreciation of rupee to the extent of around 30% in 2008 from 39 to 52, when the base was at around 39, today the base was around 44. So I think if I have to see that in a slow and phased manner also we are heading towards a 20-25% weakness also. So levels of 53, 54 is possible. In talk about euro, euro we saw levels from 160 to levels to 120 vis-a-vis dollar. And dollar index was from 73, 74, it went till 90. This time we have not even seen dollar index breaking 80. So when the dollar index has not broken 80, then we have seen rupee at 51. I'm really fearful that if the dollar index hits towards 80, 82, 83, that is a time when rupee is going to have severe pressure from the market.
All right, Abhishek, we'll let you go at that. So that's the kind of numbers history is throwing at us. And looking at those, of course, we haven't seen too much of bad situation, but rupee holding around 51 is already quite bad, and more bearish sentiment or forecast is what we are getting to hear for the rupee. With that, it's wrap on this segment of Currency Call. Thank you for watching.